we're a very historic institution. We've been around for 213 years, and we really wanted marks that were going to reflect that.
A foundation of our program is to honor the tradition, and the way we go about honoring the tradition is by building on the successes of the past.
I don't know if there's any school in the country with a better tradition and history than West Point.
I really believe that this is a branding and a marketing that will relate to not only all of our fans and our community here at West Point, but also the American people.
Nike's had a fantastic relationship with Army for over a decade. So our ability to help them with branding and help them achieve their goals within the context of the sports collegiate world, it's an honor for us.
What separates this project from the others is there are hundreds of years of tradition and history at a place like West Point. All of a sudden you realize the magnitude of the project that you're working on because it really touches the American people.
I think the continuity is really important for who we are, that when our teams take the field, the ice, the pool, the track, whatever the case may be, that when they're out there, it's a very consistent look.
There is a degree of confusion among people about when someone refers to West Point, people don't always know that is part of the Army. They don't know the relationship that we have with the Army.
It has been tough to tell our story while we're competing as well as recruiting on who we are. Are we Army? Are we West Point? How many logos do we have? All of our sports have been very independent in creating the story for our Army West Point. There has been no solidarity in the message.
Army West Point is who we are as a school, as a part of the nation. Army is the mission which we have had since 1802 to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And West Point is the mission of creating soldiers and scholars to support the Army. And that's what I think is so amazing about Army West Point together, is it links these two elements of who we are in a way that we've never done before.
The important thing on the rebranding process is that we were inclusive.
This is a result of a lot of research. I mean, the research firm studied this thing for 2 years. And they did interviews, a large number of interviews with a number of our graduates, with the cadets, with our athletes, with our staff and faculty. They interviewed our coaches.
I was in a focus group where we got to see the logo last year, and we got to see all that this would encompass, and it was very, very cool to see what Nike was doing with the process, what we were doing here at the Army West Point, and just bringing that together and being part of it really is cool, being part of history.
It was important for us to kind of get a comprehensive understanding of what West Point was about to make sure that the identity kind of was a visual representation of those qualities and characteristics that are so near and dear.
I love the new identity. This represents who we are. Athena's helmet, our wisdom. The sword, our warrior spirit. The shield, our mission to protect the nation. Our star, the link to country.
The thing that we're most proud of is the stories we're able to tell with the new brand. And, you know, taking a lot of the essence that has been there and really highlighting that in terms of the marks, in terms of the colors, bringing new excitement to it.
So much of what we're built on is those who came before us. And to forget about where we've been or to not recognize where we've been, I think would do a disservice not only to the Academy, but to our current cadets.
Our athletic department does a great job connecting our cadets with the American people, and connecting West Point with the American people, and connecting our Army with the American people. And how the American people relate to this branding is, I think tremendously important. So I'm really excited about it. Reach into the future, yet never neglect the past.